our own yearly income. Good wisdom of in brotherhood we stand. The 2026 annual budget breakdown presented by the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Plateau State, Adam Trudeau's lecture, held in the conference hall of the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning on the 6th of January 2026. The 2026 budget estimate, as a guide in preparation of the 2026 budget, the MTEP/MSP document provides a 3-year fiscal plan outlining the microeconomic and budgetary framework for 2026 to 2028 and ensuring compliance with Section 16, subsection 1 of the Plateau State Fiscal Responsibility Law of 2024 to ensure that resources are allocated efficiently to government priority areas, projects and programs aimed at strengthening transparency and accountability in line with global best practice. Similarly, the government intends to address the state's current security challenges and the infrastructure and human capital development deficit within available resources. Again, government revenue is judiciously managed. The government has managed all revenue generated FDAs to align and ensure accountability and transparency across all processes. The budget amounts to 817 billion 509,689,432 naira only. Recurrent revenue. Internally generated revenue IGR, we are expected to generate 64 billion 496,949,138 naira only. 2. Government share of fact. We are expecting to get 378 billion 615,248,639 naira only, giving us a total of 443 billion 112,197,777 naira. Other receipts, aids and grants. We are hoping that we will generate 62 billion 508,413,965 naira only. 2. Capital Development Fund, CDF. We are expecting to get 311 billion 889 million and 77,690 naira only. About 817 billion 509 million 689,432 naira only. Personnel costs, because of the employment and other changes in the salaries, where we propose 98 billion 304 million and 85,732 naira 96 kobo. Other recurrent costs 218 billion 114 million and 3,757 naira 4 kobo, giving us a subtotal of 316 billion 418 million and 89,419 naira only. That's about 39% of the total budget will go to recurrent expenditure. Capital expenditure 500 and 1,591,599,942 naira only. That's about 61% of the total budget sum will go to capital expenditure, giving us a total of 817,509,689,432 naira. The sum of 591,599,942 will go to capital expenditure despite the scarce resources. Sectoral breakdown of the 2026 budget. Administrative sector will take 25% of the budget. That's 201 billion and 70,581,424 naira only. Economic sector will take about 46% of the total budget. That's 376 billion 910 million and 55,018 naira only. 18 naira 4 kobo only. Law and justice will take about 3% of the total sum of the budget. That's 23 billion 677 million 425,533 naira only. Then social sector will take 215 billion 851 million 627,456 naira 96 kobo. That's about 26% of the total budget envelope. Education will take 91 billion 303 million 650,186 naira only, representing 11.17% of the total budget envelope for 2026 fiscal year. Health. This subsector will take 88 billion 363 million and 567 naira 96 kobo, representing 10.81% to finance the budget for 2026 fiscal year. Water, sanitation, and energy. The sum of 107 billion and 77 million 176,456 naira, representing 13.10%, was earmarked for all water-related projects and programs in the year under review. That's the 2026 fiscal year. Agriculture and rural development. To transform and guide the state's food security, the sum of 48 billion and 14 million 440,587 naira only, representing 5.87%, is allocated in the 2026 approved budget. Works and transport. To finance the road projects and transform the transport sector, the government provided the sum of 92 billion 714 million and 80,570 naira, representing 11.34% in 2026. Lands, housing, and urban development. The subsector was allocated 29 billion 188 million 211,375 naira, representing 3.57% to enable government to address issues of land compensation, housing, and urban projects. Information and communication. The information subsector was earmarked the sum of 3,834,747,111 naira, representing 0.47%. Tourism, culture, and hospitality. The tourism subsector was allocated a total sum of 4,435,816,166 naira, representing 0.54% of the total budget. Women, youth, and sports development. The sum of 11,468,735,905 naira was projected for the subsector in the 2026 budget, representing 1.4%. Allocated 53 billion and 8,605,161 naira forward, presenting 6.48 to pay all counterparts and to execute finance and economy related projects and programs in the states. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen of the press, having summarized detailed breakdown of all the entities contained in the 2026 budget estimate, I would like to encourage all ministries, departments, and agencies MDS to adhere to the basic principles of budget implementation and to draw the attention of the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning for any guidance whenever the need arises. Stakeholders and civil society organizations as partners in progress are also advised to monitor and assess all projects in their domains to ensure they are executed in accordance with specifications. At this juncture, citizens of the state, ladies and gentlemen, let me use this opportunity to commend the Time is Now administration under the able leadership of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Mr. Caleb Manasseh Mopam, for its resilience and proactive measures to transform the state across all sectors, as evidenced in road maintenance, payment of workers, salaries and when due, and payment of retirement and death benefits. Finally, ladies and gentlemen of the press, while thanking you for your time and kind attention, I would also like to express my appreciation to our dear people of the state for the support given to this administration since its inception. Indeed, your prayers and commitment to the mandate given to us, as well as the overwhelming symbol of unity you have demonstrated in support of this government stability, are highly commendable. We are indeed grateful. Stay safe, and may God Almighty bless us all. Thank you.
That what we have is actually a balanced budget, meaning that government is mindful of what it is spending and what it is allocating to every sector to ensure that there is prudence. You will agree with me that the growth in this year's budget is as a result of inclusivity, making sure that we capture everything, making our revenue generation more efficient than it was before. And I believe that that is what is a projection for every state, not only for Plateau State. Every year we want to ensure that our IGR grows in line with whatever we get from the center. Yes, we have capital receipts. I'm sure all of us are aware that we have keyed into certain projects that bring in capital receipts, which will also aid in funding those projects that we have on ground. So this budget is very balanced in the sense that we have matched expenditure with inflow for every item in the budget. And then you need to be aware that in order to attract certain projects into the state. You have heard us say we're paid counterpart funding in order to attract, even if it is grants, right, that we get at 0%. We are the ones that have to provide that. Don't forget that people are shouting, oh, we have pension liabilities, we have all that. All of what goes into that economic sector is part of what we budget to pay pensions, gratuities, outstanding contractual liabilities that are overdue. So that's why you see that kind of amount there. Thank you.
The information and communication budget from last year to this year. And you know, the science and tech also, I don't know how to split those two. If you look at the budget of the science and tech, about 11 billion. Last year, it was not like that. So there's certainly so we can say marginal.